Hello, I am the Dark Souls guy, and this is a new channel I've made based all around Dark Souls. And what I'm planning to do, which is in the name, is give you lore. Well, no, it isn't in the name, but that's what I'm going to be doing, hopefully. I've played this Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls. The only one I haven't played is Dark Souls 2. So, yeah. Just had a quick change of positions, and we're at firelink. So, I think for now we're just gonna do a bit of lore on firelink. So, you've just started the game. You've just killed Ludex Gundia. You enter and you see a familiar name, firelink. Now those of you who've played the other Dark Souls will know, well, Dark Souls 1 will remember that name, firelink. That's the place, the basically a checkpoint in Dark Souls 1. That was the home area, and we've got it again, but it's not the same. This is inside. It is a little different. Well, quite a lot actually. Alright, so you walk down the stairs, you see an empty fire. It isn't though, not for me because I've already lit it, and you will have acquired this is one of the end game weapons, but you will have acquired a sword like that, but you can't actually use it, and you put it in here. You see a firekeeper. Well, you might not know that.
Welcome
you speak
home,
to her.
One.
She gives you her dialogue. Now obviously mine's different, but I will quickly show you what she says to you.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I am a firekeeper. I tend to the flame and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones and must be delivered to them. To this end I am at thy side. Ashen One, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how. Ashen One, bring me souls plucked from their vessels. Ashen One, I will show thee, Ashen One. Farewell, Ashen One.
And so that was the dialogue from the firekeeper and me embedding the sword into the pit. So the firekeeper doesn't really say much after that. That's pretty much all the information she gives you.
Ashen One, forgive me if this soundeth strange.
Wait, no. You can't see that. That's all the information she gives you about what you have to do. So, yeah, there's the first person done. Now the second person is her, this woman, the handmaiden.
Ah, well met, Ashen One. How may I be of service?
Oh, basically, if you don't already know what she does, she just sells you stuff. You can't really, I won't really let you see, but she sells you stuff. And I'll probably show you the dialogue in a minute. And
well met. 'Tis good to see ye in good health. What needs smithing this day?
I was so excited when I saw him.
Me, I don't want to see my work squandered.
And then there's these people. These are extras, which I'm not going to show you. And there's just one more person that you need to see. This is Ludleth. Actually, no, second. Yeah.
Aha, thou returned, and a fine day it is. So,
Basically, this is a bit of a
I
different
thought she was
mechanic.
like all the more.
Say you kill a boss. I won't spoil any, but say you kill a boss. You have its soul. You take it to Ludleth, which is one of the 4 Lords of Cinders. There's Aldrich of the Deep, which is that throne there. Ludleth the Exiled, which is him there. Holy Knight Lothric, which is that up there. There's this, the Abyss Watchers and the Giant Lord. And there's one more person that sits here that I have to show you. So, this is on my 3rd account. Well, 3rd character, and I'm just going to quickly show you the dialogue from the Handmaiden and Andre and Ludleth. And one more person. So, yep.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me. As is thy wont, no? Ashen One, if my wares are not to thy satisfaction, bring me umbral ash. With ash, I'll fashion new wares. Is it not our sorry fate to sup on death? Knowest thou of that soppy gossip? That cordial intrusion layeth the path to embers? And so thou art in need of a soapstone, Ashen One. Then thy pockets will overflow with souls to trade to me. Ashen One, bring with... Is it... Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls.
So then, there isn't much lore behind her that I've found, but she's very helpful. And to be honest, besides leveling up, she's more helpful than the handmaiden. No, than the maiden. Yeah, she can sell you a lot of good stuff. Pretty much all of the boss armor, most of the weapons you kill off special enemies. Like she said, Umbral Ash. Well, Umbral Ash is... It's like... cause we're a cinder. And, basically Umbral Ashes are the cinders of past people. Like, say for example Solaire. If you don't know him, he's in Dark Souls 1. If you find his ash, you give him to the handmaiden, and she can make his armor. I'm not saying she can or she can't. Or maybe his weapon. So yeah, she is very helpful. And the next is Andre. So let's speak to him.
Well, a newcomer, I see. I am Andre. I serve at this shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust? A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith, such is my purpose. Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large, but when overused, they'll eventually break. When their durability is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire. But should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. They take no pleasure in breaking, I assure ye. So handle them with care, if you would. There are two ways to smith weapons. Simple reinforcement is one, and infusion the other. Reinforcement is straightforward. It strengthens a weapon without altering its property. Infusion is a more advanced form of smithing that infuses an element. Reinforcement requires titanite, and infusion requires gems. Bring the stones, and I'll do the smithing. It's my purpose, after all. In battle, your weapons are your only friends. Forge them well, and they won't let you down. Another matter. Infusing weapons with gems requires a special kind of coal. My humble coals won't be any use infusing more unusual gems. I know, it's an awful shame, but it's all I have. Oh, please don't give me that look. Believe it or not, I'm quite thin-skinned. Oh, by the by, if you find any Estus shards, bring 'em here. They can be used to reinforce either of your Estus flasks. Without those flasks, you'd want for life or focus. And they'll always stay with you. Why not treat 'em well? Huh? Weapons and protection are still, but they take no pleasure in breaking, I assure ye. So, Pradeep, I don't.
So then, that was Andre. Now, if you've noticed, he refers to objects as if they have feelings, as if they're alive. Like, take the Estus flask for example. He says treat them well. Same with the shields and weapons. He refers to them as objects, as people. They have feelings, which I suppose, if you don't know, he's in Dark Souls 1. He has been around for a long time, but he just isn't the same. He seems to have lost his way a little bit. He seems to be losing it in a way. Now you're probably asking how he ended up here, and I'm not sure how, but somehow he did. Somehow he survived everything, and he's made it. And maybe all of that havoc and destruction has messed him up. Anyway, he is very useful. Because I have a fire gem here. I'm not going to spoil too much, but like he said, infusion, stuff like that is for infusion, and stuff like that is to level up your weapon. As you can see, reinforce to +3 and infuse to create a fire weapon. So basically he can repair your weapon. You can't level up armor, but that's it. So just 2 more people, and then that should be it. We have Hawkwood next.
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends, with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots. Don't you think? What a sick joke. Asking us to seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. We're talking true legends, those who would link the fire.
So, there's not much from Hawkwood, but there is some lore that I could do on him later. There's not much I can say about him now, but he is actually quite interesting. He's very remorseful, he's very sad. Sounds like he's been here for a long time. So, just one last person. Ludleth.
All that unkindled, and a seeker of lords. I am Ludleth of Corland. Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corse. This sad cadaver, no need to be coy. Have a closer look. Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast fading flame must be linked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a Lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a Colossus. Knowest thou of our vow? So it is.
So then, that was Ludleth's speech, you could say. Ludleth is a very, very important character in this whole game. He gives you boss weapons, boss miracles, boss spells, anything, as long as you have a boss soul. Now, if you remember, he said he is small but will die a Colossus. It's not just because he is a Lord of Cinder and is very, very important in this game, but think of how many souls he has eaten or killed like people to get them souls, and think all the bosses you kill in the game, you can give their souls to hit Ludleth. And as you know, boss souls are very powerful. If you've ever consumed them in any Dark Souls games, they give you quite a lot of souls, and he's consuming them, and he's kind of like smithing weapons for you and spells. And just think how powerful he could be. So yeah, there's just one more thing I want to show you. Is the back of the chairs. So we have Saint Aldrich of the Deep. We have Ludleth the Exiled, which in fact means he was kind of kicked out of Corland, which is where he lived. He was exiled. People didn't like him. Maybe they thought it was wrong that he wanted to link the fire. Maybe they didn't think he was good enough. We have Holy King Lothric, last hope of his line. We have the Watchers of the Abyss. And last but not least, Yorm the Giant of the profaned capital. So, that was the first ever video on this channel, and I hope you enjoyed. And if you don't feel there was a lot of lore or something in this video, then don't fret, because this is the first ever video. there will be a lot more lore in the other videos. It's just I didn't really want to show it all yet, because obviously if I'm just starting, I want to show from the start of the game lore to the end game. So yeah, I will see you in the next video.